Check out these lovely cars, aren't they beautiful? You know, today's gonna be all about assets and liabilities. Now, I've got a bone to pick with you guys because a lot of yous don't know the difference. Some of yous think, I've got a beautiful car, look at what I have, look at what I own. But guess what? Things like that go down in value. And what does that mean? Well, it's not really an asset then, is it? It's actually a liability. So in this video today, I want to talk to you about the very first asset that you'll probably own, and that's your very first property, baby. Hey guys, check out this beautiful car behind me. Absolutely beautiful in matte black. Actually 109,000. Sounds like a lot of money, right? Do you know what else sounds like a lot of money? Is things like a house. Now I know a lot of you is thinking that I could never ever afford a house. Like anything that starts with 6 different numbers, how the hell am I supposed to get anywhere closer to numbers? Well, it's actually closer than you think. And do you know what? What's really different about this episode? We're actually going to film it in a BMW. So follow me. Check out this beautiful car, bro. Hasn't even got a gear stick. Look at all the light. Sorry, got a little bit sidetracked there. This is actually what we work hard for, and this one's actually electric. And here's a bonus tip in this video before we get onto properties, is when you buy an electric car, it's 100% tax deductible. Not only that, a lot of these electric cars have a 5-year service plan, and that's what I got with my one. So no road tax, services included, and it's all tax deductible. That's one less cost to worry about. And you know why I'm mentioning that? That means that I have more money that I can save. So rather than putting it in a depreciating asset, I can actually save it into my bank account. So how do you actually buy a house? Well, we all know that we need money, but how much money do you need? Do you need the whole amount in cash, or can you borrow some money, or all of it? Well, there's some fantastic new products out there these days. You only need as little as 5% when you're buying a property. So where this car is over £100,000, when it comes to a house, you can normally borrow 100,000 so long as the percentages work right. Now, there are a few things you need to think about. You obviously need to be working, you need some bank statements, you need a good credit history, but once you've got them things sorted, the banks are happy to lend you money. And that's what actually happened on my very first deal. I saw a property for 140,000. Somebody asked me to buy it. I said, nah, I can't afford that, until I spoke to a mortgage advisor. He said that I only needed £30,000 to put down, which meant 110,000 I was able to borrow from the bank. So that's exactly what I did. I used to save £1,000 a month. Over 12 months, that was £12,000. Over 3 years, that's 36,000. I had more than a deposit in no time at all because I started plowing away at them savings. The second thing that we need to look at is, have you ever heard location, location, location? Well, that's what we're talking about. For me, it's very important to buy a property which is nearer to me. Why? Because I have more contact. I have access to more builders, and if something goes wrong, I'm able to go and see the property. So anything within half an hour to 40 minutes, I think that's not a bad place to go. So you want something value for money within that sort of radius. So have a little look around. These days, a lot of people are investing in Birmingham, Manchester, Leeds, you know, so you can look all around these areas to see where the best investments are. And it just starts with simply doing a search in Zoopla or Rightmove. I know you've heard about these platforms time and time again, but start there and then join the right communities, and you'll find more people who work in these locations. So now you know all about the finance aspect, and you know all about location. What to do next? Well, once you know the location and the budgets that you have, Zoopla and Rightmove are not the only places where you can find these deals. There's actually people called deal sourcers. With these people, it's actually their full-time job to go and look for deals on your behalf. They find out that you've got a budget of 100,000, and then they will start presenting you new deals in the areas that you think that you can afford. They find distressed sellers, they find people who are locked in a chain, people who are desperate to sell, and they do all the hard work so you don't have to. Now, where do you find these people? Well, I've actually just set up a brand new free Discord channel. Not only have I put deal sources in there, I've put in there free templates. I'm going to be doing live Q&As, and you're probably thinking, Sean, why are you doing this all for free? Well, the number one thing that I had was guidance. I was very, very fortunate that my dad was next to me and made sure that I saved my money. I wasn't spending it on material items or wasting it going out with my friends. He made sure that I was working hard, I didn't go out too much, and I put my mind to the right things. And now I want to pass this knowledge on to the next generation, because there's a lot of bad influences out there. And before you're even ready with all of the money and finance aspect, you can just come in and start learning. Once them coggles start moving in your mind, you're going to actually start working towards your goals. And for those of you who don't have money saved, I've got even something more special. Imagine learning with another deal sourcer and co-sourcing. So what is co-sourcing, I hear you ask? Co-sourcing is basically you're a deal sourcer, but a deal sourcer is actually a person who's compliant. They do certain exams, they're registered with certain bodies, and anyone who says you can deal source without no qualification is actually lying to you. So rather than spending a couple of thousand that you don't have, why don't you just co-source with somebody who is compliant? You can work with them, present deals, and any deals that you do sell to a buyer, you get half the commission on. That way you're learning and earning, and then you can end up becoming compliant yourself or building bigger teams. And that's what it's all about. It's all about being with the right people. It's all about starting with the right thought, and it's all about the right network. And I've realized recently that your network is one of the most important things to have. If you know the right person at the right time, your problems become solutions all of a sudden. So that's the biggest takeaway that I can give to you. So what's the best strategy out there? Well, when I first started, I went for the simple buy-to-let route. Simply find out a property you can afford, a small deposit which is required, and get on that property ladder. Because it's only until you do that is then you're going to start figuring out how to get more of these. Perhaps maybe give it a little lick of paint, but don't go in too deep where you have to do full refurbishments and it's going to end up doing your head in and make you run the opposite direction. I hope all of these tips have really, really helped you. I really hope to see you all in the Discord channel, and I'm looking forward to us building a community together where we can end up talking to each other, having some great Q&As, how I can give you some more free templates, free value to help you get ahead to the very next level. So until next time, peace.